Hi everyone, this is the Math 20-1 Radicals and Absolute Values review. This is question 38. Like the previous question, I'm going to do this whole question just in one fell swoop here because it's a very similar question. I'm just saying whether it's true or false here. Is the absolute value of -7 the same as 7? Absolute value of 7. Well, the truth is, yeah, this is going to make it positive. This is already positive. So the answers will be 7 equals 7, yes. This one right here. Can an absolute value equal a negative number? No, that is false. Okay, absolute value of 2 is 2. Absolute value of 4 is 4. 2 minus 4 is -2. But the absolute value of -2 is +2. So these are not equal. That's false. Now here, don't allow yourself to get caught up in this mishmash of absolute value symbols. The absolute value of 5, +5 is 5, minus the absolute value of -32 is going to end up being 32. Now there is an outer set of absolute values here. 5 minus 32 is going to be -27, and the absolute value of -27 is +27. So that turns out to be a true statement. Now let's move over to this next set here. If x is less than 0, does -x equal x? Well, the truth is no, and that's because x is negative, okay? This is kind of a weird situation here, but an absolute value cannot produce a negative number. Now, it probably helps to throw a number in here. Throw, for example, in -2. -2 is less than 0. So this is the absolute value of -2. Well, that's +2, and the answer should be +2 here. But x is -2. So that doesn't work. This is false. Now, is the absolute value of -x equal to -x if x is positive? Well, let's pick a value for x. Let's say if this is equal to -2, let's just make x equal to 2, equals x is positive, so we throw the -2 in front of it because x by itself is positive, but there's a negative there. Is that true? Well, no, that's not true. That is false. An absolute value cannot be equal to a negative number. Okay? Now let's try this. Is the absolute value of 2x minus 1 equal to 2x minus 1 if x is less than a half? Let's pick a number less than a half and just see if that works. Okay? Pick 0, for example. 2 times 0 is 0, minus 1 is -1, and the absolute value of -1 is 1. 2 times 0 is 1. Minus 1 is -1. No, those aren't equal. Now it turns out here, okay, what we needed here was the exact opposite restriction. Okay, 2x minus 1 would have been the correct answer as long as that was greater than 0. So 2x would have been greater than 1. X is greater than or equal to 1/2. The other side of 1/2 would have worked. Now let's try this one. 3x, the absolute value of 3x plus 4, is that equal to -3x minus 4 if x is less than -4/3? Well, let's pick a number. Less than -4/3. Let's pick like -5. We just need a number here, right? So 3 times -5 is -15, plus 4 is -11. So the absolute value would be 11. -3 times -5 is going to be +15 minus 4 is 11. Hey, it turns out that is true. Okay, that works. And in this case right here, we could do that by checking the interval here. 3x, the absolute value of 3x plus 4 would be equal to 3x plus 4 if that was greater than or equal to 0, which means x here would be greater than or equal to -4/3. So it would change only if you had the exact opposite. Okay, the opposite restriction. So anyway, that last one there is true though.